So we are here with
Phil Diamond.
from
I'm the Director General of the Square Kilometre Array project.
Awesome. So you talked a little bit about the moon. So why is the moon so important?
Well, in terms of radio astronomy, let me limit my answer to that. It would provide a platform for what we call low-frequency radio astronomy, where we can study the early parts of the universe. The far side of the moon is hidden from the Earth, so all of the radio interference that we generate on Earth through all sorts of things, they don't reach the far side. So it's what we call a radio quiet part of the solar system. And that's very important for radio astronomy. Right now on Earth, we have to go to remote areas of the world, and even then we still see satellites and aircraft. But on the far side of the moon, we won't see any of that.
All right. And why normal men on the moon till 72?
So, well, the space race between the Soviet Union and the USA was for a specific political purpose. That was in the height of the Cold War, and the USA wanted to make a political point that they were better than the Soviet Union. And amazingly, the US public lost interest. So the first Apollo missions were followed by huge numbers of people all over the world. But the viewing figures declined rapidly. And within the Vietnam War was still going on. There were other things that took the interest of the US public. And so the funding for NASA closed down, and it wasn't until recently that there are more opportunities on the moon as our technology has improved. Robotic technology, rovers, the possibility of putting humans on the moon permanently, putting space stations around the moon. So the interest is rising again, but it's taken 50 years.
And why we heard during the presentation that phones and like devices like phones are not friendly with these sort of scientific researches?
So for radio astronomy, we call it radio frequency interference. So all of our electronic devices, they generate radio emissions, which cause us problems on our radio telescopes. It's like shining a torch down the tube of an optical telescope. It stops us seeing the really weak signals from far out in the universe. So we go to enormous lengths to get away from sources of human interference. And the far side of the moon is the ultimate.
So what's next? What's in the future? What can we expect?
So on Earth, we're building the project called the Square Kilometre Array, which I lead at the moment. And that's something that's going to take us 7 or 8 years to build, and we're going to be operating it for 50 years, and hopefully it will grow. What I think you'll see in space is a staged approach. We're starting small with new instruments up there. As our capabilities grow, as our skills with robotics and artificial intelligence grows, we're going to see more and more sophisticated scientific instruments in space. But they're all expensive, they're all challenging. It is easier for us to do it on the Earth, where humans can get to it and fix it if it breaks.
All right, last question, so more personal. So when you got the chance to meet with Armstrong.
Yeah.
So what did you ask him when you met him?
So when I met Armstrong, he had just given a 1-hour lecture where he talked through a video of the landing on the moon, which just blew the audience away. I mean, we were all space fans anyway. And I was with a group of people who were running the radio telescopes that were receiving the TV pictures from the moon. So the whole group of us, we just wanted to talk to them about the technologies, about what he felt. And he's been asked this question, he's of course passed away now, but he'd been asked the question 1 million times. what he felt when he took control of the lunar rover, the lunar lander, because not me, I was a child then, but the guys running the station, they could see that happening. They could see in the tracking data that something happened as he took over from the computer, and so they're all fascinated by his view of what went on. It was fantastic. We talked to him for nearly an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great.
Amazing.
He was very generous with his time.
Oh, that's good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Siamo qui in compagnia di
Patrizia Caraveo,
da
da Milano, astrofisica dell'Istituto Nazionale di Astrofisica.
Perfetto. E oggi questa sera ci ha parlato un po' della Luna. E perché la Luna e non Marte o viceversa?
Perché la Luna è ritornata alla ribalta in modo prepotente e quindi nei programmi delle agenzie spaziali mondiali la Luna occupa un posto di primo piano. Ovviamente tutti sono interessati alla missione umana su Marte, che è considerato il pianeta più interessante da studiare e sul quale gli uomini potrebbero fare il lavoro migliore, ma Marte ha il grosso problema di essere molto lontano. E quindi ci vogliono molti mesi di viaggio per arrivare a Marte, mentre con 3 giorni di viaggio si arriva alla Luna. Quindi la Luna è un corpo celeste che ci offre possibilità di provare nuove tecnologie, di costruire delle case per astronauti utilizzando il materiale che si trova in loco senza andare troppo lontano.
E secondo lei l'Italia come sta andando nello spazio?
L'Italia sta andando molto bene nello spazio, l'Agenzia Spaziale Italiana è molto attiva e partecipa in modo molto importante alla Stazione Spaziale Internazionale e ha già dichiarato di essere interessata al ritorno alla Luna.
E diciamo che ci stava raccontando nella conferenza che c'è anche un po' una corsa privatistica verso lo spazio. Cosa ne pensa di questo?
I privati nello spazio forse riusciranno a abbassare i costi di accesso allo spazio grazie alla tattica della concorrenza. Fino adesso andare nello spazio è stato molto dispendioso perché non c'era concorrenza. Le ditte ottenevano i finanziamenti dalle agenzie spaziali e poi portavano a termine i loro contratti. Adesso invece, se ci sono diversi soggetti che possono offrire lo stesso servizio, magari quello che è in grado di tagliare maggiormente i costi può avere un vantaggio.
Ultima domanda, un po' più personale, cosa l'ha avvicinata allo spazio?
Il caso, non è che io volessi disperatamente fare una tesi su uno strumento spaziale, ma per caso c'era una tesi disponibile sui dati dello strumento COSB e io l'ho presa e da lì, come dico sempre, è stato un treno in corsa. Sono saltata da uno strumento all'altro fino ad arrivare ad oggi. Sono stata una donna molto fortunata.
Complimentissimi, grazie ancora.
Grazie a voi, buon lavoro.